Experiential-led learning is everything from learning to walk, to learning how to eat, to learning how to do maths, to learning how to do a trade, to learning how to drive, to learning how to teach. Everything is understood. Everything is learned through experience. Now, in experiential-led learning, there's 2 points. There's 2 main features. And that's, first of all, the experience itself, doing something. And second, it's the opportunity to reflect. Now, that chance to reflect, that allows you to recognize what you did, why you did it, and how you could do it better next time. That's experiential-led learning. Experiential-led learning, in a nutshell. More or less. Now, it's important for migrants coming into Australia because too often it's expected that they should automatically just know what it is to become Australian, that they should fit in under their own steam, so to speak. Now, there are some migrants who will fit in and integrate quite well, depending on their personality, perhaps their background and their experience. But a majority of migrants, they need help. There is a process, there is a facilitation process that needs to happen to allow them to not only learn, to not only get insight into the country, the culture and the values, but to actually experience them. Now, with a lot of my training in the past, I've developed programs, I've developed activities for students to go off into the community and do things for themselves and reflect on them. Now, these can be things like going to the pub and ordering a roast lunch. It could be doing something like going to the local sports field and watching football or the cricket for a few hours. Now, I wouldn't recommend watching the cricket for a few hours, but maybe half an hour or 40 minutes. And just observing around you, just going somewhere that you wouldn't normally go, experiencing the environment, and then reflecting on it later in class. Now, I find that's a very effective approach to allowing migrants experience things that they wouldn't normally experience. To be involved in something, although somewhat still outside as an observer, but to at least see what it is, what are the kind of activities that other people do in Australia, not just themselves. This is part of the process of integrating into a culture. And if we can help that, if we can set up programs to allow more people to be able to do that, I think it's going to be great for not only the migrants, not only employers, because you're going to have a much more cohesive and productive team at work, but you're going to have more resilient communities. And that all comes through experience. Real experience, a real knowing, comes from actually doing something. So while it's important to, at least when migrants are coming into Australia, to make them aware, first of all, that Australia is a different country. We have different values. There's different belief systems. And the reason our country is how it is because of those systems. But it's another thing to actually facilitate programs, to encourage them to go out, to put them in situations where they actually get to experience it and understand it.